So this week we had the chance to sit down with Kevin Santiago, who's a serial entrepreneur and has started up several different companies. And this week he's going to share with us some great insights. Okay, so I'm here with Kevin Santiago, who's the founder of Symphonics. And you guys started in 2005. You actually grew that company up to an $8 million company. You guys were at one time 158 on the Inc. top 500, the Inc. 500, and then so tell me a little bit about what that experience was to start out and then grow that company up to an $8 million company.
Yeah, it was an incredible ride. Still is an incredible ride. We've learned so much. Me and the two other key founders of a company, we call it Symphonics University because we've learned so much. So where we started with angel investors, and we got our product going, and then we brought on venture capital from Intel Capital and VSpring Capital. Local VC bet on us, Greg Warnock, a really great investor and mentor, and believed in us, and our whole goal was to just grow as fast as we could. And it was kind of an interesting strategy because what we tried to do was take it from 0 to 60 as fast as we could. So our whole idea was kind of around the internet boom. We're going to build it up, flip it, sell it, cash out. Here we are, 7 years later, 8 years later almost, and company's still going. And now we're kind of seeing the effects of what does it take to actually build a company that's built to last. So we went through kind of a restart recently where after I resigned as the CEO, another CEO took my place and took the company in a kind of a different direction. And we recently just had to lay off a number of employees and get to profitability. And about the same time as we were doing that, as I was reading Clayton Christensen's book, How Will You Measure Your Life? And one of the things he teaches is that you've got to be in a startup quick to profitability and not worry about growth so much. And then once you get to profitability, then be quick to grow. And so, a lot of books have been written about that recently. You've got Nathan Furr and Paul Alstrom, two Utah guys, and great VC, Paul Alstrom, who talk about nail it and scale it. Nail your model as quickly as you can, and then once you've got that working and it's profitable, then you scale it. So that's kind of what we learned with Symphonics, is that we burned through a lot of cash. We grew very rapidly, but now we're to a point where now we're profitable, and so we focus on profitability. And the CEO of the company now, Joe Lowry, and the operations, the COO, Trevor Paskett, they just do a great job of focusing on profitability. And that's what I've learned as an entrepreneur. Probably one of the most important lessons is the reason we do business is not to grow it and sell it fast, but to get to profitability so that it's sustainable, and then you can grow it fast after you've gotten to that profitability. So you get to that point where you say, never run out of cash, right? Cash becomes king. You get to profitability, you nail your model, and then you figure out how you can scale it from there.
So thanks again for sharing that. That's some great insights.
Yeah, I really appreciate you letting me come on.
Thanks for watching this week's episode of Top Secret Tuesday. As always, feel free to subscribe for future episodes and be able to catch on what we're doing in the future. And as always, we'd love to hear your thoughts and comments and questions. So go ahead and leave those below. We'll get back to you just as soon as we can. We'd love to hear what you'd like to see on upcoming episodes of Top Secret Tuesday.